So how did it go yesterday? What did you guys get out of the meeting?
I think we just sat down and had a conversation about some of the things that's going on, how to use our platform more, how to collaborate, just get more involved, etc. I think that athletes have a tremendous platform, regardless if people want us to use it or not. But I think we're here to do more than just to play basketball games and get yelled at by angry fans. So for us, being able to use our platform is important, and I'm excited about talking to the people, at least hearing their perspective, and trying to build a better future.
So what policies were you discussing, and like what agendas were you hoping to achieve with them?
Raise the age was one. Massachusetts, if I'm not mistaken, is one of the states that you can be convicted as a minor. Wisconsin is another, in Georgia as well, where me and Malcolm are from. So being able to get that through Congress, also the reintegration into society for incarcerated individuals after they come back home, after they serve their time, creating opportunities and platforms for them to reintegrate back into society. I think that's important as well. Like once you're commit a crime, it's almost like when you reintegrate back into society, it's like almost like the only choice is to go back in. I think there should be different options. And we just talking about overall public safety. A lot of times they point to criminal activity, and they point to violence, and they use violence and they weaponize it against people that are coming from those communities, and in order to do more harm in those communities as a response, rather than trying to figure out what's the root of some of these issues. So definitely talking more about some of the responses that are being taken, but also just having a conversation about how you can use your platform and talk about some of these things.
Yeah, what did you learn?
I learned a lot. I just sat there and listened, for the most part. A lot of them had, 10, 20 years of expertise. So I definitely wasn't the loudest person in the room. I did more listening than I did talking, but it was a great experience.
Who did you meet with?
I'm not even sure if we can say. Did Malcolm and Grant say who we met with?
Said one of the people, but was it like DOJ? Was it just people in the White House? Was it what branch of Congress?
I think it was like the Justice Department, or the Criminal Justice Department, but also some of Biden's admin, and with some other political leaders that were there. I'm not sure what we're supposed to say, but it was a good group of people surrounding the issue of criminal justice and basically trying to protect our youth.
You and Malcolm, since you become teammates, obviously you're both very active in this space. What's it been like to just be closer to him and talk about these things and plan out something like this?
Nah, man, Malcolm is my brother. On the court and off, a lot of the things he stands for, I appreciate, but also have a tremendous amount of respect for what he's doing in Africa with his foundation, with the clean water. He just spoke at the United Nations last week, which is a tremendous honor. It's just a model and example of like how athletes can have an impact, how they have an incredible amount of influence or responsibility in their community, and how people should want us to do more with it than just come out and play a game for a ticket price and then go home.
It's inspiring to see all of this work and things that you're putting in kind of actually being able to affect change.
Absolutely. One of my roles, or one of our roles, being vice presidents of the Players Association, is to pull our counterparts in, to make it more comfortable for, everyone. I think it's still, we still want to get more people involved, more players involved, more athletes involved to use their platform, but I think we're stronger together.
What's the key to kind of going for, sometimes you see these things, like we'll write about it and pictures taken, but then it kind of goes by. What's the key to maintaining it and making sure things come from it?
Building a strategy, building a plan, and that's one of the things that we talk about, like not doing like a one-off, but having, constant impact over time. And that's just building a strategy around it and making sure that you reach those long-term goals and also short-term goals.
Malcolm said after your last game that you should be All-NBA. I think Grant tweeted out as well. Obviously, it's a big deal for you guys, contract-wise, things like that. How's it been hearing their support on that front? And you're with the union. What's it like discussing right now, kind of the role that plays in players' contracts? And you can make $40 million more or whatever it is if you make it versus
guess to answer the first part of your question, I got great teammates. I always have. Grant and Malcolm is like, not only do we support each other on the court, we support each other off. So I appreciate that brotherhood amongst us players. And to answer your second question about the CBA, I think there's constant negotiations. I'm sure we'll be able to get something done. I don't think there's anything that's stopping us from getting anything done. As of the confinements of what the CBA is being negotiated and what's going on, I think I'm not allowed to say to the media and the public, but I'm sure something will be done, if not the 31st, soon.
How much is it kind of on your mind while this season's going on? Is it something you think about at all? Obviously, it's a big financial incentive. It's an honor, like that type of thing.
I just come out every night and play basketball. A lot of stuff is out of my control. It is what it is at the end of the day. But I understand how the game works. It's not always about who are the best players. Sometimes it's a little bit political, and it depends on whoever feels comfortable with voting with. All I do is come out every night and try to help my team win and be the best version of myself. I don't try to step on any toes. I just come out and be Jaylen Brown and do what I'm asked. And I have fun doing it. I have fun winning. We're on a 51-win team right now. I'm looking for one tonight. Make it 52.
Player of the week honors, does that mean anything?
Say that again?
Player of the week, you were named player of the week. Does that mean anything? Does that send a message?
No. I mean, yeah, I guess it's tremendous to get any type of awards or accolades, but I'm just the type of guy that's always trying to focus on what's in front of me. And, and that's just trying to help my team win. I don't get too high when people celebrate and when people try to tear me apart or boo, I don't get too low. And that's just kind of what I learned early in this city, that you can't let those highs or lows affect you. You just got to kind of stay consistent, and that's just kind of been my approach my whole career.